On the market front, that gold got really hit, boy, after Trump got in. Woof. It was down. It was up like $2,770, and whew, went way down, but came back up a bit. And as we went on the air, it's $2,707. That's up $48. It's still way up. It's up almost $700 since we made that trend forecast, a golden year in gold.
In today's news recap, silver weekly price outlook. Silver falls but look likely to bounce. The silver market spent most of the week falling, but it has shown some signs of life as we are starting to see at least a bounce a bit towards the end of the week. We'll have to see whether or not that holds, but either way, silver is in an uptrend, and I just don't see why you would choose to fight that trend at this moment. If we can turn around and break above the $32.50 level, then it's possible that the market could go much higher, perhaps reaching all the way to the $35 level again. Underneath the current pricing, we have the $30 level just waiting to offer a bit of a floor. And as long as we can stay above there, then I think the market is probably going to be okay from an upward trajectory standpoint. Either way, it's worth noting that silver is very choppy and volatile and will continue to be something that people will have to pay close attention to. But at the end of the day, it's driven by the US dollar interest rates and geopolitics. Most things right now are starting to point to an upward trajectory again, but we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. Either way, I don't have any interest in trying to short the silver market. It has been far too strong for far too long. If we were to break down below the $30 level, then you have to start to ask questions. But even then, I think you have some work to do before you can get to the place where you think that you should be a short seller of silver. Keep your position signs reasonable. That's the most important thing when trading silver because of its inherent volatility. Now, we'll show you more clips, but first, smash the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you do not miss out our daily videos.
But the NASDAQ closed at a new high. Everybody's boomed up about Trump. The S&P was up a bit, 0.74%. And how do you like that Bitcoin, huh? Yep, $76,000 a coin. And again, we've been bullish on Bitcoin, and of course, Trump put it into a whole nother level. And Brent crude is still hanging around the $75 a barrel level. Outlook is gloomier for French factories. French manufacturing produced less in September, threatening a bleak end to the year for the European manufacturing sector, suffering from high energy bills and tougher competition from China. That's according to the Wall Street Journal. It's not tougher competition from China. That's part of it. But the other part is the global economy is slowing down. I mean, the facts are all there. And particularly China. BMW, Honda, and Toyota profits hit by China sales fall. Oh, yeah, there you go. This is from the Financial Times. So one's blaming it on one and the other blaming it on the other. They slaughtered the economy, as has the global economy. Sales decline at KFC, Pizza Hut, hits Yum Brands. Yep. Slowdown all over. We've been reporting it from the top, from luxury brands such as Hugo Boss profits fall on luxury downturn. We've been writing how many weeks about this in the trend? How many months? So from top to bottom, the fish rots from the head down. Why gold is going up? Again, because this is the Financial Times. Trump plans will fuel surge in inflation. If he were elected, incomes will skyrocket, inflation will vanish, he said. Completely, jobs will become roaring back, blah, 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 blah. They warned the plans to enact sweeping tariffs to deport millions of immigrants. And anyway, I support the deportation of illegal immigrants, and I support tariffs. And I would bring tariffs levels back to what they were in the 1960s and early 1970s, when America was still a manufacturing nation, and we only have now 11% of our GDP is manufacturing based, and over 2/3 is consumer spending.
In the continuation of the episode, Gerald Celente takes a hard look at his biggest recent miss, calling the election outcome incorrectly. Known for his bold predictions and sharp insights, Gerald doesn't shy away from breaking down where he went wrong. He dives into the data that misled him, revealing the trends and indicators that pointed him in the wrong direction. By examining the economic, social, and political signals he trusted, Gerald unpacks the reasons he missed the mark this time, giving viewers an honest look at how even experienced forecasters can get things wrong. This segment is a must-watch for anyone curious about the nuances and pitfalls of election forecasting.
I told you Harris was going to win. Okay, we got it wrong. And I love these people that, you got it wrong. Well, fuck off. I'm a human being. You got it? Look at all the trend forecasters shits that we get right. Why did I get this one wrong? Because when we called it, it was a different show, and we had no idea that Harris would be so stupid as she ended up being. And we called some things wrong because we relied on the data that was being promoted, because that's what we do. We go to data that's coming out. And the data, and I'm going to go over it now to show you why we got it wrong. This is our forecast from July 27th. This is right after she won the nomination. She's flying in the polls. She's way up. The Trends Journal had forecast that Joe Biden would step down and Kamala Harris would run for president in 2024. And now we forecast minus a wild card, such as a stock market crash. Harris will beat Trump in the race to the White House. Okay. Nope, there wasn't a stock market crash. But now you look at the polls, when the people that went elected, that went to the polls, it was an economic crash for a vast majority of the people. So we called it wrong, but we did it based on the data, and I'm going to get into that. And here's where it didn't happen. In our May 2022 Trends Journal, May 24th, we wrote our trend post, Harris, no doubt, is thrilled to finally have a topic that resonates with Americans who are growing increasingly frustrated with the Biden administration. The numbers, we go on to say that Harris will seize upon abortion rights because there seems to be only two things she can unite her front on: Ukraine war support and pro-abortion. We go on to talk about abortion, that NBC News noted that the Public Policy Research Institute ran a national poll and found that 64% of Americans think abortion should be legal in all or most cases, which is an increase from 55% from 2010. The poll, when broken down by political affiliation, found that 87% of Democrats, 65% of independents, and 37% of Republicans say abortion should be legal. And we go on to say that the Democrats did lousy in the 2022 midterms, even though Biden's ratings were in the toilet and inflation was skyrocketing because of the abortion issue. They did lousy. So we called it wrong.
And that's a wrap. Gerald Celente gave us an honest breakdown of his election call miss and the data behind it. What do you think of his analysis? Did his perspective resonate with you, or do you see things differently? Let us know in the comments. And if you're here for more raw insights and bold predictions, make sure to hit subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.